Hello and welcome to this week's video newsletter from the Key Stage 3 Common Room this week. Well, we end this week with the most amazing news that we were awarded a certificate yesterday for being officially amongst the top 100 UK boarding schools for our results and our achievements at Key Stage 5, that's A level. So all of the schools, there are over 500 boarding schools in the UK, were ranked, and to find ourselves in the first division, that's the top 20% of schools in the UK, for our grades at A level was absolutely phenomenal. A great achievement for all of our students, first and foremost, last summer, who achieved those great results, and a great reflection on all of the hard work that we've been doing here at the school over the last 4 years to focus on the academic outcomes for our students through all the various inputs, including the core curriculum and the expansive curriculum, to make sure that our students get the very best outcomes they can, and to be officially recognised as one of those first division schools in the top 100, as I said, was amazing. So that's fantastic news for all of our students, parents, and of course for all the teachers whose hard work has gone into making that possible. We also celebrated this week 40 years of Chris Jewell working at Kingsley and prior to that Grenville College. 40 years service to one school is a phenomenal achievement again, and we thanked Chris with a small gift earlier this week, and I hope you saw a little bit on the socials this week about that as well. Chris, of course, is one of our drivers, known to many of our students and parents across the school, and his approach and his service to the school and to the students and to parents has been almost unrivaled. It's just fantastic. So well done, Chris. We also celebrate the grades from the end of last term as well. Sticking on the academic achievements, we have got more and more students than ever now hitting their target grades when it comes to the six weekly grade windows that we do. So at the end of last term, you saw your children's report cards. More students than ever hitting their target grades, and more importantly, more students than ever hitting their aspirational target grades as well. That's one grade higher, and that's a message that you've heard me say many times at various parents' information evenings, that that's what we're trying to achieve for all of our students, to get one grade higher at Kingsley than they would at any other school, and we're now starting to again see that happening. Our students will be involved, many of them, in the biology Olympiad that starts next week, so good luck to all of you students who will be doing that. And I'd also like to congratulate Eva, Elizabeth, Tom and Astrid from Year 7, who this week delivered the most fantastic assembly to the entire school on neurodiversity superpowers. They focused this week specifically on dyslexia, but it was a very thought-provoking, incredibly inspiring and very well presented assembly by those 4 students in particular. Well done. We also, sticking on academic for a moment, had our Year 9 options evening this week, where we launched 2 new courses for next year, an iMedia course that is a more relevant, more modern version of the computer science, the old computer science course, so iMedia, and then also an outdoor education course, which is equivalent to a GCSE, it's an NCFE, follows along the same sort of lines as the sports science course at level 2, but this one focuses now on outdoor education. And we, of course, will be putting our own spin on that, or our own sort of stamp on that, if you like, and linking it to our coastal adventures and outdoor education program. We had the Year 8s out this week doing a beach clean at Instow. Well done to all of you guys. And we also enjoyed Music on the Bridge concert yesterday lunchtime as well. Good luck to all of those that continue to be rehearsing for Mary Poppins. I know we have more rehearsals coming up this weekend. And also good luck to the AS students who are going to be doing their own performance of Antigone at lunchtime today in the theatre, and I really look forward to that. We had some sports professional nutritionists working with our ACE students and our sports scholars this week on a sports nutrition workshop. Thank you very much for all those that attended, and I hope that session was very useful. In sport this week, we had our footballers in action. Our under-13s, they lost their game, while our under-15s, they won their game against Shebia. Oscar was our player of the match for the under-13s. Izzy was our player of the match for the under-15s. And our senior team, though still top of their national league, came second, lost this week in a very close game against Richard Hewish College. Riley was the player of the match there, and it's starting to get very tense now at the top of that table. Our senior rugby team played against Exeter College this week played in an absolute nail-biter of a game here at Kingsley. Dalton was the man of the match there, and we lost by just 3 points in the dying seconds of that game. Our netballers were all in action against Blundell's this week. We lost to those games, but it is great to see where our netballers are in their journey and their progression as we're now starting to play more competitive fixtures against much bigger schools and more established schools in netball. So Lily, congratulations to you, player of the match in your game in the seniors. For the under-16s, we had Grace and Corenza. Well done to you. In the under-15As, we had Izzy and Mia as players of the match. And under-15Bs, Ruby and Willow. Congratulations. Keep going, girls. The netball is on the up, and we'll soon be taking over the football and the rugby in terms of our results there. The Year 7s and Year 8 netballers, they did win their games this week against the Josephs. Olivia was the player of the match for the Year 7s, and Rosie was the player of the match for the Year 8s. Well done to both of you. Action-packed weekend. I mentioned Mary Poppins. We have the Judo Cat at the Welsh Open judo competition this weekend. We have students out on their 10 tours training this weekend. We have surfers out, the swell chasers will be finding those big waves over the weekend with Em and his team. And we have in the boarding houses a murder mystery evening in Belvoir and splash session at the local indoor pool for the Longfield boarders. On all of that, I will wish you a happy weekend and look forward to speaking to you again next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.